California is about to face its greatest challenge yet, and no one is ready for it. Beneath the surface of sunny California lies a terrifying secret, a force so powerful it could bring the state to its knees. The San Andreas Fault, known for its deadly earthquakes, is on the verge of unleashing a devastating tsunami that could make previous disasters look like a mere tremor. Recent discoveries have sent shockwaves through the scientific community, revealing that the fault is about to crack, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Can you imagine the sheer destruction this tsunami would bring? How many lives will be lost? And how many cities will be left in ruins? The magnitude of this event is almost unfathomable, and Californians are on the edge, waiting for the inevitable to happen. When will the fault finally give way? The anticipation is palpable, and scientists are racing against time to predict when the catastrophic event will occur. The fear of the unknown is overwhelming, and the stakes have never been higher. Join us as we explore the ominous signs that the San Andreas Fault is about to crack and the terrifying consequences it would have for California and the world. Let's begin. Deep beneath the picturesque Californian landscape lies a ticking time bomb, the infamous San Andreas Fault. This monster crack in the Earth's surface spans over 800 miles, from the Gulf of California to the Pacific Ocean, cutting through the western part of the state like a knife. But it's not just the size of the fault line that is so daunting, it's the constant tectonic movement that makes it one of the most dangerous places in the world. Californians have felt the destructive power of the San Andreas Fault firsthand. The 1906 earthquake that ravaged San Francisco is etched into the state's history books, and more recent events like the 1989 and 94 quakes have left a lasting impact on the communities in the region. Several towns and cities are directly in the line of fire, including Point Reyes Station, Frazier Park, Daly City, Desert Hot Springs, Gorman, San Bernardino, Wrightwood, Palmdale, and Bodega Bay. But now, recent announcements by Thomas Jordan, the director of the Southern California Earthquake Center, have sparked panic throughout the state. Jordan warned that the San Andreas Fault is in a critical state and that a massive earthquake could be brewing beneath our feet. This has left Californians on edge, knowing all too well the catastrophic consequences of a major quake. The San Andreas Fault has been ominously quiet for over 150 years, but that silence is about to be shattered. According to Thomas Jordan, the Southern California section of the fault line is like a ticking time bomb. It's locked, loaded, and ready to go. The announcement made during the National Earthquake Conference in Long Beach has put everyone on high alert, and Californians are now anxiously waiting for the inevitable. But it's not just the ominous silence that has geologists worried. The Pacific Plate is moving northwest of the North American Plate, putting immense pressure on the San Andreas Fault. Geologists have studied the movement of tectonic plates and discovered that this pressure increases the likelihood of a powerful earthquake. The U.S. Geological Survey released a report detailing the potential consequences of a magnitude 7.8 earthquake on the southern San Andreas Fault. The consequences are nothing short of catastrophic. Such an earthquake could cause 50,000 injuries, result in $200 billion in damages, and cause severe, long-lasting disruptions. Imagine the terror of 2 minutes of unrelenting shaking, with the strongest tremors hitting the Coachella Valley, Inland Empire, and Antelope Valley. Even areas such as the San Gabriel Valley and East Los Angeles, where sediments trap shaking waves, would experience pockets of strong shaking. The sewer system could be out of commission for up to 6 months, and an estimated 1,500 deaths could occur. Back in 2010, the Southern California Earthquake Center decided to play a little game of what if with a supercomputer simulation of a magnitude 8 earthquake on the San Andreas Fault. The simulation included all the force of the real 1857 earthquake and spread southward from Monterey County to the Mexican border. Brace yourself, Los Angeles Basin and San Fernando Valley, because you're going to feel the brunt of this one. The soft soils in these areas will amplify the shaking, and the directivity pulse will push energy down the fault, creating a massive sphere of influence. But wait, there's more. The shifting of the Earth's crust may seem like a slow and steady process, but when the plates become trapped, all bets are off. It's like the pressure has been building and building until it's too much to handle, and then the plates abruptly shift, causing massive waves that we feel as earthquakes. And here's the thing, the San Andreas Fault is so big and bad that you can spot pieces of it all over California. The Carrizo Plain in San Luis Obispo County is where you can receive your first view of this massive fault. The fault's characteristic scarps and pressure ridges can be seen in Marin County as well. Some sections of the fault are obscured by vegetation and alluvium, while others haven't moved in decades. But don't let its hidden spots fool you. The San Andreas Fault is a geological marvel that has been in the making for over 30 million years. It's a testament to the incredible power of tectonic activity and the astounding diversity of the natural world. As the plates shift and collide, rocks from different regions have been pushed together, resulting in a wide variety of rock types on either side of the fault. The Selenian block of granite in Northern California's center region, for example, actually originated from Southern California, and the Ninach volcanoes in Los Angeles County are the southern half of a volcanic complex that begins 200 miles to the southeast in Monterey County. Even though some people dispute the fault's location and insist it's in North Mexico, there's no denying that it's a real place, and a place where major cities like Los Angeles and San Bernardino pass through massive mountains of gouge, rock that has been pulverized to a powder by shifting plates. But that's not all. Over the years, numerous myths and tales have circulated about the San Andreas Fault, some of which are not factual. Despite the fact that the fault can produce sizable tremors, the assumption that it can trigger megaquakes of magnitude 10 or more is completely unfounded. One potential danger of the San Andreas Fault, however, is the possibility of a tsunami. When the tectonic plates shift, they can displace a large amount of water in the ocean, creating a wave that can travel across the ocean and reach distant shorelines. This is known as a tsunami. The size and strength of the resulting wave depends on several factors, including the magnitude of the earthquake, the distance from the epicenter to the coast, and the depth of the ocean. So, while the San Andreas Fault may be hidden in some places, its power and potential for destruction are undeniable. When the wave reaches the shore, its size and speed increase as the depth of the ocean decreases. A tsunami generated by an earthquake at the San Andreas Fault could potentially travel across the Pacific Ocean and cause damage to coastal areas thousands of miles away from the epicenter. If the San Andreas Fault were to unleash a tsunami, the immediate damage caused by it would be catastrophic. The initial impact of the wave hitting the coast would be devastating, with the wave potentially reaching heights of tens or even hundreds of feet in some areas. The sheer force of the water would obliterate everything in its path, from buildings to infrastructure to natural features like cliffs and beaches. In addition to the destruction caused by the wave itself, the resulting flooding and water damage would be extensive. Homes, businesses, and the entire communities could be submerged and swept away by the powerful currents. The destruction of critical infrastructure like power plants, water treatment facilities, and transportation systems would compound the disaster, making it difficult or impossible to provide assistance to those affected by the tsunami. The human toll of such a disaster would be immense. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of people could be injured or killed by the initial impact of the wave, or by drowning in the floodwaters that follow. The loss of life would be compounded by the displacement of survivors who would need to find new housing and support in the aftermath of the disaster. It's important to know that not all earthquakes can generate tsunamis. The magnitude, location, and type of earthquake all play a role in whether a tsunami will be generated. Additionally, not all earthquakes that generate tsunamis are as powerful as those that don't. For example, the 2011 earthquake in Japan that caused a devastating tsunami was only a 9.0 magnitude, while the 2004 Sumatra earthquake, which did not generate a tsunami, was a 9.1 magnitude. Overall, an earthquake at the San Andreas Fault has the potential to cause a tsunami, but it is not a guaranteed outcome. The best way to minimize the risk of damage from an earthquake-generated tsunami is through preparedness measures, such as early warning systems, evacuation plans, and education about natural disasters. Given the dire consequences of a powerful earthquake on the San Andreas Fault, it's crucial that Californians take proactive measures to prepare for the worst-case scenario. Mayor Eric Garcetti of Los Angeles has been leading the charge in ensuring that the city is prepared for the worst-case scenario when it comes to earthquakes. His efforts to incorporate earthquake retrofits on apartment and concrete buildings have been applauded by Thomas Jordan, director of the Southern California Earthquake Center. Jordan expressed his surprise at the success of this plan and said, "It's remarkable that this happened. We know politically how difficult it is to make these changes. However, there's still a long way to go to ensure that all communities in California are prepared for a potential earthquake disaster." It's crucial that communities in vulnerable areas like San Bernardino County take the necessary steps to become resilient in the face of an impending earthquake. That pretty much wraps this video up, guys. Thanks for watching. So, what are your thoughts about this grim prediction related to the San Andreas fault? Share with us in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel with a bell notification if you enjoy watching our content. We upload some awesome stuff here, which you will most certainly enjoy. Hit a like on this video and leave a comment below. See you guys in the next one.